Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the amateur welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist on debut. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 76.9 kilograms. Fighting out of integrated MMA in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Zach van den Berghe. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a Muay Thai fighter on debut. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 76.5 kilograms. Fighting out of Shindo New Breed MMA on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Jack Fluffy Ford. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Thomas Churchill.
Thomas Churchill to start the action. Round number 1. Zach van den Berghe starts us off, bringing the intensity to this match. Ooh, big knee from the inside there.
A lot of pressure.
He's got his hands together.
Yeah, a lot of pressure coming from Zach van den Berghe. Fast start, connecting hips straight away. Like you said, Reese, he's connecting those gloves behind Fluffy's back. He's doing a good job of taking that space away. As you can see, Fluffy's got a Muay Thai clinch in there, creating some space. And ooh, it's a good knee to the chin.
Knee.
Oh, that's a great
Zach van den Berghe is
takedown.
straight back on him.
Oh!
Slick wrestling here on display. Zach van den Berghe bringing the intensity that you'd probably expect from a rifleman in the Australian Army, which is his profession, if you couldn't tell by the slick haircut and the tidy mustache.
That was a great sequence there. Both boys trying to just, it's a game of inches, but it really is a game of millimeters. And just both boys trying to shift their weight and trying to manipulate each other's balance. And Zach van den Berghe ending up on top in the side control position, looking to pass. But Ford is he's doing a great job of shifting his hips as well. He's back to half guard now. He just needs to pummel that right underhook, but he's getting his hips out nice, and he's got back to guard now, looks like. Or not quite, but I think he's keeping that left foot as a bit of a hook to try and sweep, which he is.
There's all pressure from Zach van den Berghe here.
Ooh. Nice and active from Jack Ford off his back.
Fluffy Ford giving a slight indication that he's trying to get that leg over.
I like the way Zach van den Berghe's pushing Jack Ford into Zach's corner so he could just sort of sit on top and just take his directions and take the coaching from his corner there. It's like when you're surrounded by those voices that you're hearing every day in the gym, it just sort of adds another level of calm.
Van den Berghe maintaining that top control, looking to free up his arms here to do some damage.
Yeah, Jack's still active. He's still really looking to swing those hips out and try and attack that arm. He's got to watch those up kicks. You don't want to kick a standing opponent. But yeah, Jack's still very active. He's trying to secure that arm, isolate that arm, and ooh, it's a good
energy to get himself to a better position here to close out round number 1.
Very good. Nice little bit of a destabilizer there from Jack Ford.
Nice knee from Jack Ford finishes off round number 1.
Tell you what, shout out to the DJ. He's been killing it all night. As you can see here with the Muay Thai clinch, as Jack lands that knee, and that grappling sequence where they're just both jostling for position, with Zach van den Berghe ending up on top in side control, and see van den Berghe do some great work off the top. There's a nice little destabilizer there where Jack sort of just kicked Zach's ankle out. He was able to buy enough time and space to get up, finish around on his feet.
You've got to wonder if the words of advice from Kerry Dunn is to for Jack Fluffy Ford to come out and put the offensive on for this round. Not let Zach Vandenberg maintain that momentum he's picked up in the first. Here's Thomas Churchill to bring us in for round number 2. There from Jack Fluffy Ford.
Yeah.
Another team maintains a space and sneaks a nice jab in through the middle.
Oh.
Head kick connects slightly. Yeah. No teeps in the story of this second round so far, but he overcommits. Zach Vandenberg back right where he wants to be. Gets him back down to the ground. Is looking to advance his position here.
Yeah, we saw 4 teeps in a row from Jack Ford. Obviously, his corner's telling him to keep his opponent at bay so he can get his hands and feet off, try and land some shots. But Zach Vandenberg obviously timed his entry for that double leg takedown, and he was able to secure the gloves, his own gloves, behind Jack Ford's back and put him on the mat.
Was certainly doing a better job was Jack Ford to keep Zach Vandenberg on the back foot until Zach found himself on the top here, continuing to work.
Jack once again really hunting for either an arm bar, or he's climbing his legs up high. He's climbing for a high guard, and Zach's doing a great job of, using his head to post onto Jack to try and swing his hips over and step over to try and pass the guard. He's doing a good job there. But yeah, Jack's done a good job once again, putting his knees and his elbows in between, so that Zach can't put his... Got a front headlock position here. He's switching around to the side and looking to go to his back. He's working that 2-on-1 and he's looking to get his hooks in, and he's going to try and work that choke. We've already seen one rear naked choke today. Maybe we're going to see another one. $100 on the line. Robin's been giving away some money today, I think.
And he's in a sticky situation as Jack Fluffy Ford.
Oh,
Zach Vandenberg moving to mount now.
Beautiful transition.
And he's letting them fly from the top. Jack Ford got him tied up with his legs from the bottom position. Just trying to find himself a clear pathway to shoot those knuckles through is Zach Vandenberg.
Jack Ford showing some great dexterity with his legs and trying to sneak out the back from the bottom there, but he didn't quite have enough leverage. Ooh, he's rolling around, isolating that leg.
Looks like he might have had an opportunity there to isolate the leg, but he's chosen to give that up. Shots from the bottom, Jack Fluffy Ford.
Jack's doing a good job of creating frames off his back, but he's not quite capitalizing on it, either to create some space to get up or try and find some different grips to, attack off his back.
That brings us to the end of round 2. And we will see if Jack Fluffy Ford can pull something out of the bag for this third and final round. I would wager that's 2-0 for Zach Vandenberg.
There's that double leg where Zach's just bounced Jack Ford off the mat, off the cage rather, and was able to put his back on the mat, where pretty much spent the rest of the fight.
Interesting to see the toll that all this hard work has taken on Zach Vandenberg. You see they're taking some big breaths, receiving instruction from the very knowledgeable and experienced Adrian Pang of Integrated MMA. Third and final round incoming.
Yeah, I want to see Jack Ford come out and really let go of those legs, those kicks, utilize those Muay Thai kicking techniques, teeps, following it up with some more leg kicks. I think the higher you sort of throw those kicks, the more chances Zach Vandenberg's going to try and take you down. So if he's going to keep those leg kicks low, even calf kicks.
Those hands are coming quite low when he's kicking, and as you can see there, Zach Vandenberg is wasting no time to take advantage. And we're back into a wrestling situation.
So Zach Vandenberg's going to choose whether he wants to connect his hips or if he wants to connect his shoulders to Jack Ford's hips.
His leg there to drag Jack Ford down to the ground.
I think Jack Ford was trying to commit to a bit of a guillotine there, and he sort of gave up fighting for a position, trying to pull Zach Vandenberg back up.
Zach Vandenberg's isolated the arm using his knee, landing a few clean shots from the top. The scramble continues. Jack Ford is not making it easy for him. He's all game here in our third and final rounds, trying to break down his head, keep him nice and close.
Yeah, Jack Ford's guard is just so active. Every time Zach Vandenberg gets on top of him, he's swinging his hips left and right, trying to create some angles, trying to isolate an arm. But Zach Vandenberg is just so tenacious off the top, and he's just really making Jack Fluffy Ford pay for being on his back. You see once again, he's just looking to swing the hip, but Zach Vandenberg is using his right knee as a wedge, and then the cage is on the other side as a wedge, and now he's really completely closed off Jack Ford's hip movement. And every time he gets an angle, Zach's squaring up, and here we go, we've got a bit of an angle here, but Zach squared up once again. Now he's pushing Fluffy's head up against the cage, and
it was all hard work here from both these gentlemen as we go into our final minute.
yeah, I want to see Jack. He's got some great hip movement. I think he can just create some more frames to try and build up, to try and stand up a little bit. I think he was getting some great success at the beginning of the round with some of those leg kicks.
Vandenberg landing some nice shots from the side control here.
Zach Vandenberg's wrestling was just relentless. It was just non-stop.
Zach Vandenberg came well prepared for Jack Ford's Muay Thai and MMA experience.
Oh.
And you can guarantee that this
Good job.
dominant display of wrestling and grappling was a part of their game plan coming in.
Good job. Good sweep. That's what I wanted to see.
Back to his feet. Maybe a little too late here in the final 10 seconds.
Oh.
Zach Vandenberg some nice shots against the cage.
Oh.
Fences brings us into the end of the round. Jack Ford and Zach Vandenberg take a bow.
Great way to finish the fight. Such a tactical battle with Zach Vandenberg closing that distance, using his boxing and wrestling heavy style to be the aggressor. You can see, I think Jack Ford committed to that guillotine a little bit as Zach was taking that outside leg trip, putting him on his back. And once again, like as we saw towards the end, Jack Ford was able to create some space, but putting a few frames in with his legs. But Zach Vandenberg just not going away. Overcommitted with his weight.
Impressive sweep that ended the round for Jack Ford on a positive note. And then for the final 10 seconds, toe-to-toe swinging here, led by Zach Vandenberg.
Oh, there's a great right hand towards the end of the round there. Beautiful right hand there.
A dominant display of grappling prowess here from Zach Vandenberg. Here's MCT to read in the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for an official decision. The judges score the contest 30-27, 30-27, and 30-26. Declaring a winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, Zach Vandenberg. Zach, congratulations, sir. You can do it all. You've served in the Army or currently serving in the Army. You play Aussie rules, and now you are 1-0 after your amateur debut here in mixed martial arts. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, pretty stoked. Pretty tired as well, but nah, it was good fun. Thanks everyone coming out. Thanks to coaches that integrated, all the sparring boys, all my family and friends who have come long and far. Big thank you to my missus Alicia. She's been super supportive, so yeah.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. He has said it all, 1-0 in his young career. One more time for Zach Vandenberg.
Clean sweep, unanimous decision for Zach Vandenberg, claiming the victory for himself, representing his team at Integrated MMA, and what a debut it was.